My dear children, come close to me now. Quiet your hearts and listen to my voice that has always known you, that has always loved you. Can you hear it? The soft chime of a distant bell carried on the morning air, calling you gently toward me. Can you see it? The golden glow of sunlight breaking through stained glass, scattering colors across the floor like jewels at your feet. Can you feel it? The stillness of a chapel at dawn, when the world holds its breath and all is calm. I am here with you in this moment, as close as your very breath. I invite you to linger, to rest in my presence, to be embraced by a peace that the world cannot give. You do not have to hurry. You do not have to perform. You only need to be still and know that I am God. I know the weight you carry. I see the shadows of temptation that whisper around you, calling you to stray from the path of light. But I have not brought you here to condemn you. I have brought you here to remind you that you are mine, that my love surrounds you like the steady flame of an altar candle, never flickering, never failing. My dear children, you are safe with me. Stay near. Let these words settle deep into your heart, for I am about to speak strength into your soul. I am your Father, and I know every struggle you face. I know the battles that rage quietly in your thoughts, the temptations that seem too strong, the moments when you feel weak, ashamed, or alone. Yet even in those moments, I am not far. I do not turn away from you. I lean closer. I whisper to you, my dear children, that you are not abandoned, you are not forgotten, and you are not powerless. The purpose of this time together is to remind you of the strength that I provide, strength that is greater than the pull of sin, stronger than the weight of shame, more enduring than any weakness you feel within yourself. I invite you to remain in my presence as I speak. Let every word be as living water to your thirsty soul. Drink deeply, and know that I am the God who provides a way of escape, the God who rescues, the God who holds you steady when storms rise. My dear children, listen to me. Temptation is not a sign that you are lost, but rather proof that you are alive in this world. The shadows will always try to pull you from the narrow path, but I have already given you light to walk by. The enemy wants you to believe you are trapped, but I have carved a safe way through. You may feel surrounded, but I promise there is always an opening, always a way to overcome, always. My hand extended to you in love. Do you remember what I have spoken in my word? No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. But I am faithful. I will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, I will also provide a way out, so that you can endure it. Let those words wrap around you like a shield. I am faithful. I will not let temptation crush you. I will always provide a way out. Imagine yourself walking through a dark forest, the air heavy with shadows, the trees pressing in, and the path hard to see. Fear rises and the branches claw at you. But ahead, faint at first and then clearer, there is a narrow trail bathed in light. That is the way I provide. That is the path I carve for you. It is not wide, it is not crowded, but it is safe, and it leads you out of the darkness into the open fields of freedom. When you fix your eyes on me, you will find that path. My Spirit will guide you step by step, and no shadow will overpower you. My dear children, when temptation whispers, do not fight it in your strength alone. Call upon me, speak my name, rest in the truth that you are never alone. I am your refuge, your fortress, your ever-present help in times of trouble. When you feel weak, remember this: my strength is made perfect in your weakness. What feels like the end of your strength is the beginning of mine. You may stumble, you may fall, but I will never cast you aside. Instead, I lift you, I cleanse you, I place your feet back on the narrow path. My forgiveness flows like a river, washing away the dust of failure and renewing your spirit. I am not here to shame you, I am here to strengthen you. I do not point at your wounds in anger, I bind them up with mercy and love. Think of the sunlight breaking through the thick clouds after a storm. That is what I do in your soul. The storm of temptation may rage, the winds may howl, but my light will always pierce through. And when the rain subsides, you will see that I never left you. I held you through it all. I long for you, my dear children, to walk in freedom. Freedom is not the absence of temptation, but the assurance that temptation will not master you. You belong to me, and my spirit within you is stronger than the desires that pull against you. Hold on to this truth. You are more than conquerors through my love. Even now I pour my peace over you. I quiet your anxious heart. I breathe courage into your weary soul. I am with you on the narrow path, guiding you, shielding you, strengthening you. Do not be afraid of the dark forest, for I am the light that will lead you out. And when you find victory, give thanks. Remember that it is not by your strength alone, but by my grace that you stand. Share that light with others who are wandering in their own dark forests. Be a voice of hope, reminding them that I always provide a way of escape. My dear children, lean closer still. Hear the rhythm of my heart beating with steadfast love for you. The world's noise will always try to drown out my voice, but when you draw near to me, you will hear me whisper your name. Even now as you listen, I am surrounding you with my presence. You are not an audience to distant words. You are the beloved ones for whom these words were spoken before time began. Every temptation you face is seen by me. None of your struggles surprise me. I do not recoil from your battles. Instead, I step into them with you. I know the path beneath your feet, and I have already gone ahead to prepare the way. Temptation may feel like a roaring lion, but its claws cannot reach you when you take refuge in me. You may think you are in the dark, yet my eyes see clearly, and my hand is steady. Trust me, my dear children. Trust that my faithfulness does not waver, even when yours does. Picture a narrow path carved through towering cliffs. On one side, a steep drop. On the other, a wall of stone. The air is cool, and the sky above is a thin slice of blue. You feel small, yet you sense a presence walking beside you. That is me. I walk the path with you. I place my hand on your shoulder when the wind rises. I steady you when the ground shifts. You may see obstacles, but I see opportunities to strengthen you. You may see a dead end, but I see the turn just ahead. When you walk with me, the path may be narrow, but it will always lead to safety. When temptation rises, remember my word. It is not a book of rules to shame you, but a living breath to empower you. When you call to mind my promises, you clothe yourself in armor. As it is written, I am your refuge and your strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. Those are not empty words. They are my heartbeat for you. When you repeat them, you are not merely reciting. You are stepping into the reality of my power. I want you to know, my dear children, that your failures do not define you. The enemy wants you to believe that each stumble is the end, but in my kingdom, every stumble is an invitation to rise again. My son bore your shame. My spirit fills your weakness with strength. I do not look at you and see your mistakes. I look at you and see the reflection of my image. I see the child I love, the one I am shaping, the one for whom I have prepared a crown of life. You may think, but I have prayed before and still fallen. I have promised to resist and still failed. My answer is this: my mercy is new every morning. My grace does not run dry. Even when you fall, my hand is extended. Even when you drift, my eyes follow you. Even when you wander into the dark forest again, my light is already waiting to guide you out. This is who I am, faithful, patient, loving, beyond measure. Pause for a moment, my dear children. Breathe in my presence. Let go of the voice of accusation. It is not mine. My voice convicts to heal, not to condemn. My voice draws you closer, not pushes you away. I have loved you with an everlasting love, and underneath you are my everlasting arms. This is your refuge. This is your safety. Think of a river flowing clear and strong through a barren land. That is my grace for you in temptation. You drink from it and find courage. You wash in it and find cleansing. You stand by it and feel your roots grow deep. The dry desert of your struggle cannot wither you when you stay near the river of my Spirit. I give you practical strength as well, my dear children. When temptation comes, I whisper ways of escape. Sometimes it is a verse rising in your mind like a spark in the dark. Sometimes it is the sudden thought to step away, to breathe, to pray. Sometimes it is the friend who calls at just the right moment. These are not coincidences. They are my provision. Pay attention to them. When you walk in step with my Spirit, you will find that I have already prepared what you need. You do not have to earn my help. You do not have to prove you are worthy of rescue. You are my children. That alone is enough. When you reach out to me, you are never pulling on an empty rope. You are grasping the strong arm of your Father. When you cry out, I am not far. I am closer than the whisper of your own thoughts. I am the one who will not let you go. My dear children, let hope rise in you. You are not defined by temptation. You are defined by my love. You are not chained to sin. You are freed by my grace. You are not alone in your struggle. You are accompanied by the God who walks the narrow path with you, who shines light into your dark forest, who carries you when you are too weary to walk. And know this, each time you choose the narrow path, each time you resist the pull of sin, each time you turn your eyes to me instead of the shadows, you grow stronger, not because of your willpower, but because my Spirit is shaping you. You are becoming more like my Son, more radiant, more steadfast, more alive. Let these words settle deep. Close your eyes and see yourself on that narrow path, the dark forest behind you, the light before you. Hear my voice saying, this is the way. Walk in it. Feel my hand steadying you. Sense my presence beside you. You are safe. You are loved. You are stronger than you know because I am your strength. Stay with me, my dear children. Do not rush away from this moment. Let my peace flow into every corner of your heart. Let my promises be the song you carry into the day. You are not walking into a battlefield alone. You are walking hand in hand with your Father. And as you go, remember this: I will never leave you nor forsake you. My faithfulness will be your shield. My grace will be your shelter. My love will be your victory. My dear children, stay with me a little longer. I have more to pour into you. The world you live in moves fast, but my kingdom moves at the pace of love, unhurried, steady, enduring. When you rest in my presence, you step out of the frantic rush and into eternal stillness. Here, with me, time becomes a gift, and your soul breathes again. I am not a distant figure watching from the heavens. I am the Father kneeling at your side, speaking softly to your weary heart. I know every place where temptation presses against you. I see the hidden battles that others never glimpse. I understand the old patterns that try to rise up again, the quiet moments when you feel tired of resisting. But hear me now. I am not frustrated with you. I am not disgusted with you. My compassion does not run out. My mercy does not wear thin. My patience does not expire. You are my dear children, and I will never stop believing in what I have placed within you. You think of yourself as fragile, but you are crafted in my image. You feel weak, but you are held by my strength. You look at the narrow path and think it is too steep, yet I have already climbed it for you. My Son walked the road of temptation and overcame so that you would never be alone in yours. He knows the pull of hunger, the ache of loneliness, the sting of mockery, the voice of the tempter, and he triumphed. Because he triumphed, you can stand. Because he stood firm, you can take courage. Let me paint another picture for you, my dear children. Imagine a dense forest at night. The canopy above is so thick that the moonlight barely reaches the ground. Every path looks the same. Shadows shift and whisper. It is easy to lose your way. Yet in the distance you notice a thin line of light. It is not loud. It does not flash. It simply shines. As you draw nearer, you see that it is a narrow trail lined with lanterns that cast a warm glow on the stones. That trail is my provision. That light is my word. Those lanterns are the people and signs I send to guide you. Walk on it, one step at a time. You do not need to see the whole journey. You only need to take the next faithful step. The enemy will try to convince you that the darkness is stronger, but darkness is only the absence of light, and even the smallest flame scatters it. My spirit within you is not a flicker, but a living fire. When you surrender to me, the fire grows and the shadows retreat. This is why I tell you to draw near to me. This is why I invite you to keep my words in your heart, not to burden you, but to fill you with light so bright that temptation cannot hold you. Remember the promise I gave you, my dear children. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. But I am faithful. I will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, I will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. This is not a distant legal phrase. It is my living covenant with you. Each word is a doorway to freedom. Each promise is a handhold on the cliff face. Each syllable carries the weight of my faithfulness. I know you worry about failing again. You fear that one wrong step will cause me to turn away. Hear the truth. I will not. My love for you is not fragile. My covenant with you is not brittle. Even if you stumble, I will reach down, lift you up, cleanse you, and set your feet on the path again. The accuser may shout your sins, but I will whisper your name. The accuser may point to your past, but I will point to your future. The accuser may tell you you're finished, but I will tell you you're still mine. Pause here, my dear children. Breathe deeply. Feel my spirit filling the places inside you that have felt empty. Let my presence be the quiet stream flowing under every thought. You do not have to push away the shadows by yourself. Simply invite my light in, and the darkness will go. This is how you overcome temptation, not by striving alone, but by abiding in me. I am also giving you community. You are not called to walk the narrow path in isolation. I will place companions in your life, brothers and sisters, who will pray with you, speak truth to you, remind you of my promises. Do not hide your struggles from everyone. Bring them into the light with trusted hearts. The enemy thrives in secrecy, but he loses power in the open. When you confess, when you seek prayer, when you share your burdens, you create space for my healing to flow. Think again of the narrow path. This time, you are not alone. Others walk beside you. Their lanterns join with yours, and the glow becomes stronger. Their voices join with yours in songs of hope, and the forest no longer feels so threatening. This is my design. This is my family. This is why I call you my dear children, because you are not solitary wanderers, but a household of faith, a living temple, a choir of souls, learning to sing in harmony with my heart. And when you are weary, when temptation feels like a storm, come back to me. Find your quiet place. Kneel if you must. Sit if you must. Simply be. I will meet you there. I will speak again the words you need for that day. I will pour new courage into your spirit. I will remind you that you are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not your temptation. You are my beloved. Lift your eyes, my dear children. Beyond the forest, there is open sky. Beyond the struggle, there is freedom. Beyond the narrow path, there is a feast waiting for you. I am preparing a place for you where sin and sorrow will never touch you again. But until that day, my spirit is your strength. My word is your lamp. My love is your covering. My presence is your victory. Stay with me. Walk with me. Trust me. Every step you take in my strength is a step out of the dark and into the light. Every time you say yes to me and no to temptation, heaven rejoices and your spirit grows stronger. This is the life I have called you to, not a life of fear, but a life of freedom, not a life of shame, but a life of grace. My dear children, even as you listen to these words, I am already working in you. I am softening hard places. I am breaking chains. I am renewing your mind. I am teaching your heart to beat in rhythm with mine. This is my gift to you. Receive it. Walk in it. Let it carry you forward. You are not alone. You are not helpless. You are mine. My dear children, keep your hearts open a little longer. In this sacred pause, I am breathing new life into weary souls. Feel the stillness grow deeper around you, as if time itself has slowed and only my presence remains. The world may rush past, but here, in this moment, you and I are face to face. Here, I am pouring strength into you, not the kind of strength that clenches its fists and fights alone, but the kind of strength that rests in me, trusts me, and flows like a river from my spirit through yours. You have been told many things about temptation, that it is shameful to struggle, that you must be perfect to please me, that falling once disqualifies you forever. My dear children, these are not my words. My words are life and peace. My words are the ones that invite you to rise again. Temptation is not proof that you are forsaken. It is the battleground where my Spirit shows His power in you. Each time you lean on me, even if you feel weak, you are becoming stronger. Each time you whisper my name in the dark, you are lighting a torch against the night. See the picture once more: the dark forest, tall trees, twisting shadows. The path ahead is narrow, lined with stones slick from the rain. It feels uncertain. Yet even here, my voice calls softly, "This is the way. Walk in it." You hesitate, but then you step forward, and as your foot touches the ground, another lantern flickers to life ahead. This is how my guidance works. I do not show you every turn at once. I give you light for the next step, and with each step more light appears. When you look back later, you will see the whole path shining like a ribbon of gold through the trees. You ask me, "How will I ever overcome?" And I answer, "By abiding." Abiding is not striving. Abiding is not clenching your teeth and hoping to hold on. Abiding is leaning your full weight on me. It is breathing me in like air. It is keeping your eyes on me when the shadows move. When you abide, you draw from my endless strength. You do not overcome by force of will, but by the power of my Spirit within you. I want you to remember, my dear children, that you are not only forgiven, you are empowered. Forgiveness washes you clean, but empowerment keeps you standing. My grace is not a thin covering over weakness. It is a living force at work in your life. It teaches you to say no to ungodliness. It trains your heart to recognize the path of escape. It awakens your spirit to the quiet promptings that steer you away from harm. The world may call this conscience. I call it my Spirit whispering within you. Think of a great river running through a valley. Its waters are clear and strong. Trees grow tall along its banks. Birds sing in its branches. This river is my grace, flowing ceaselessly. When temptation comes like a drought, when the ground cracks and the air scorches, draw near to the river. Drink deeply. Wash your hands. Let it soak into your roots. No drought can destroy a tree planted by this water. You are that tree. You are rooted in me. You will not wither. The enemy wants you to think your fight is hopeless. But look at me. I am your hope. The enemy wants you to think you are weak. But listen, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. The enemy wants you to think you are alone. But hear my promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. These truths are not distant theology. They are lifelines thrown to you in the middle of the current. Grip them. Speak them aloud. Let them become the rhythm of your heart. Pause again, my dear children. Feel my presence like a cloak around your shoulders. Breathe in my peace. Let the accusing voices fade. I am not here to scold. I am here to heal. I am not here to weigh you down. I am here to lift you up. Where others see only your faults, I see your future. Where others see a cracked vessel, I see a channel for my living water. Sometimes the way of escape from temptation will surprise you. It might be a sudden urge to pray. It might be a verse rising up in your memory. It might be an unexpected phone call from a friend. It might be the inner nudge to step outside, to change the environment, to breathe fresh air. Do not ignore these promptings. They are my hand reaching out to you. The escape is not always dramatic. Often it is quiet, simple, practical, but it is always real. And when you stumble, because sometimes you will do not run from me in shame, run to me. Like a child who has fallen on a path and scraped a knee, run into my arms. I will lift you up. I will wash the dirt away. I will set your feet on the path again. My forgiveness is not grudging. It is abundant. My patience is not reluctant. It is joyful. I delight in restoring you. I rejoice in your return. Lift your eyes now. Beyond the forest, see the open fields. The grass sways like waves under a sky so wide it takes your breath. Birds wheel in the sunlight. A stream glitters nearby. This is freedom. This is what I am leading you toward. The narrow path may feel confining for a season, but it leads to a spacious place. You will not walk in shadows forever. You will stand in the light, free and unafraid. And as you grow, as you learn to overcome, I will use you to help others. You will become a lantern bearer in the forest. You will speak hope to those who feel lost. You will show them the path not only with your words, but with your life. Your victories will become signposts for others. Your story will become a testimony of my faithfulness. In this way, the darkness will grow thinner, the forest quieter, the path clearer for many. My dear children, you are loved, you are held, you are strengthened. Even now, as you listen, my Spirit is at work in you, making the impossible possible, teaching your heart to choose the light, teaching your hands to reach for me instead of the shadows. This is not a distant dream. This is happening now. Stay here in my presence. Let these truths sink deep. Picture my hand in yours as you take the next step. Hear my voice saying, I am with you. Feel my peace like a stream around your feet. You are safe. You are not forgotten. You are stronger than you think because I am your strength. And nothing, no temptation, no failure, no darkness can separate you from my love, my dear children. Linger with me in this moment of quiet. Do not rush away, for I am still speaking peace over your heart. You have walked with me through the forest of temptation, and now I want you to feel the calm of the open fields, the gentle breeze of my Spirit moving over you, the warm sunlight of my love bathing your soul. Rest here with me, for this is where your strength is renewed. I see the battles you face each day. I see how weary you can become, how heavy the burdens feel. But here, in my presence, lay them down. Let the weight slip from your shoulders, for I never meant for you to carry them alone. You are my beloved, and I delight in lifting what is too heavy for you. I am the one who gives rest to the restless, healing to the broken, hope to the discouraged. When you lean on me, you are not leaning on shifting sand, but on the rock that cannot be moved. My dear children, remember this always. I am faithful. Even when the night feels endless, my light will break through. Even when the storm crashes around you, my hand will steady you. Even when you stumble and fall, I will not leave you lying in the dust. I will lift you, wash you, and set you upright again. My mercy flows like a river, always moving, always cleansing, always full. Step into that river and feel it carry away the residue of guilt and shame. Let it refresh you until your spirit feels new again. I know your struggles, but I also know your destiny. You are not called to remain in shadows. You are called into light. You are not destined for defeat. You are destined for victory. I created you to walk as children of the day, clothed in my strength and surrounded by my love. When the enemy whispers lies, when fear claws at your heart, remember my promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Let those words be like a shield over your life, guarding you when the arrows of doubt and temptation fly. See the sky after the storm has passed, when the clouds part and rays of sunlight break through. That is what I do in your soul. The storm does not last forever, but my light does. The winds will quiet, the rain will cease, and what remains is the deep stillness of my peace. Trust this peace, my dear children. Let it settle deep within you, stronger than the noise of the world, more enduring than the fleeting trials of today. I bless you now with courage, courage to face each new day knowing that I am with you, courage to resist temptation not in your own power, but in the strength I provide, courage to believe that no matter how many times you falter, my mercy is greater still. You do not have to fear the path ahead. I walk it with you. My spirit within you is your guide, your comforter, your source of life. You will never face a step without my presence at your side. I bless you also with joy, not the shallow joy of circumstances, but the deep joy of knowing you are mine. Joy that bubbles up like a spring in dry ground, joy that shines even in the valley, joy that reminds you of the eternal hope that waits beyond every trial. My joy is your strength, my dear children, and it will sustain you when all else seems weak. I bless you with peace, the kind of peace that surpasses understanding, peace that steadies you when storms rage, peace that guards your heart when fear tries to break in, peace that is not shaken by the noise of the world because it is rooted in me, the Prince of Peace. Let this peace flow into you like a gentle stream, cooling the heat of anxiety, calming the turbulence of worry, reminding you that you are safe in my hands. And I bless you with love. My love that never fails, never weakens, never ends. A love that held you before you were born, that carried you through your first breath, that walks with you every moment still. A love that covers your sins, heals your wounds, and restores your soul. A love that will be waiting for you at the finish line, arms wide, ready to welcome you home. My dear children, let these blessings be your inheritance. Walk in them as freely as a child runs through an open meadow, unafraid and full of wonder. Do not let the enemy convince you that you are unworthy. You are worthy because I have called you mine. You are worthy because the blood of my Son has cleansed you. You are worthy because my Spirit dwells in you. This is your true identity. When you rise tomorrow, remember this time with me. Let the words you have heard echo in your soul. When temptation comes, let my promises rise like lanterns in the dark. When you feel weak, remember that I am strong in you. When you feel alone, remember that I am nearer than your very breath. I am not a God who abandons. I am the Father who stays, the shepherd who seeks, the friend who loves at all times. Take courage, my dear children. The journey is not easy, but the destination is certain. You are walking toward eternal joy, toward everlasting light, toward the fullness of my presence. Each step matters. Each choice shapes you. Each prayer draws you deeper into my heart. Trust me to finish the work I have begun in you. Trust me to carry you through every valley, every temptation, every storm. As the light of dawn pushes back the night, so my love pushes back the darkness in your life. As rivers carve valleys through solid stone, so my grace shapes you, steady and patient. As a father embraces his child after a long journey, so I hold you now, close and unshakable. Feel my embrace, my dear children. Rest in it. Nothing can take you from my arms. And now, as this time together draws gently to a close, carry with you the peace that I have spoken, the hope that I have promised, the strength that I have poured into you. Do not leave empty, but leave full of light, full of courage, full of assurance that you are mine. Remember, my dear children, that my word is your lamp and your shield. Remember that when temptation comes, I always provide a way of escape. Remember that no matter what you face, nothing can separate you from my love. As it is written, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. These words are not just for the page, they are for you, today, tomorrow, and every day after. I invite you now, not in force, but in love, to carry this message further. If these words have touched your heart, let them touch others as well. Share them, speak them, allow others to find the same comfort and strength that you have found here. My dear children, when you like, when you comment, when you subscribe, you are not only engaging with a message, you are helping spread my voice, my hope, my light to those who need it. Do it not out of duty, but out of love, that others may know that I, too, am their Father, their refuge, their strength.